Department comes up, we'll start off with item number 73. A report back on referring housing code violations to the Housing Department. Next item is item number 84.
That was the one we had earlier
Yes.
today, and they were going to report back on how many citations were issued.
Yes. Good evening, Roberto Aldapi, Assistant General Manager, Housing Department.
And I'm Domingo Sauceda, Director of Code Enforcement.
I'll refer that to Mr. Saucedo.
Yeah, we cite approximately 300,000 citation or violations a year, and about 10,000 citations or violations require a permit, which we refer to Building and Safety for their issuance. I'm not sure what other question you had regarding the citations.
And on the 3,000, so I'm sorry, you said you had 3,000?
300,000 violations a year, and 10,000 require permits. We refer those to Building and Safety in order for them to issue permits.
So of the balance of the 290,000 citations, how many are those fines or fees collected associated with those violations? Are they notice of corrections? Give us a rough breakdown of those 290,000.
Okay. Well, actually, we issue we have inspections. Every inspection requires that the owners pay a fee for that particular inspection. The rest of the violations that do not require permits, the owners either repair them or make the corrections, and we sign off the violations. We don't cite for individual violations. We issue a bill for the entire inspection itself.
So, okay, so they get a bill for, I'm just trying to figure it, it's a little different than how Building and Safety does it.
Yeah.
So you go out on a site and you have an inspection fee.
That's
And then
right.
you issue a citation which could have 100 different things on it.
That's correct.
That's how you got to the 300,000.
That's right.
And then of those, what happens if they don't correct the action?
Well, if they don't correct the violations, those are referred for further enforcement. We have a general manager's hearing, at which point they're either put into the rent escrow account program and or referred to the city attorney's office for further enforcement, usually criminal prosecution.
How many of these have resulted in criminal prosecution?
Well, actually, that's a very small number. We have about 99% compliance. Only 1% of our entire violations actually go to the city attorney's office for prosecution. 1%.
1%?
That's correct.
And the 99% are fully in compliance?
They're in compliance, or they're in the process of other administrative actions that we take. The rent escrow account program or otherwise.
And none of them end up resulting in a violation, a fee violation of any type?
A fee violation?
Like they fail to correct, a notice to correct, and there's no other fee based or with the citation?
Yeah, if we have to go back on an additional inspection, we charge them another inspection fee. They have an inspection, a re-inspection, and a general manager's hearing that's included in the $43.32 fee. Any inspections or any other activity that we have to effectuate beyond that, we are required to charge them a fee for the extra inspection and the work.
And are the fees you're charging now, do you consider those cost neutral? Are they covering all the costs to go out there? 300,000 violations seems like a huge number to me.
It is, yes. We do approximately 720,000 units in a 4-year cycle. Right now we're in a 4-year cycle. That's about 192,000 units a year that we inspect.
So out of 192,000 units you inspect, you have 300,000 violations?
Per year, yes.
Wow. Those numbers are staggering.
Yeah. When you go out to do the inspecting, is this complaint driven in some cases? How do they get to you in the first place so that you're involved with the issue?
Okay, it's a two-phase process. We have it's called a systematic code enforcement program. So systematically, we inspect 760,000 units systematically on a 4-year cycle. In addition to that, we also respond to complaints. We have about 15,000 complaints that we refer to every year. So if a tenant or if an owner has a complaint on a particular unit, we don't wait for the 4-year cycle. We'll go out there within 72 hours. If it's an emergency, we're out there within 24 hours.
And I know it's a separate question here about the Section 8, but you've heard my discussion about Section 8, that these folks feel they're unduly inspected. Is that something that you automatically do with Section 8, or is that a different discussion?
Well, that's a different discussion. However, based on an agreement that we had with HACLA at the beginning of the program, it's really difficult for us to be able to discern which units in a 50-unit building is a Section 8 because the vouchers move around.
Right.
So what we've done is we made an agreement with HACLA that we would inspect all the units irrespective of whether they're Section 8 or not.
I see.
So we, in some cases, yes, we do have a overlap, and we do inspect Section 8 units when, after they've inspected them.
Thank you for that.
So just so I'm clear, the vast majority of the inspections are under the SCAP.
That's correct, yes.
And under the SCAP, an average inspection of an average unit is going to result in 1.5 violations.
Approximately, yes.
That is so. Well, I guess let me ask this: what percentage, if you can ballpark it, what percentage of units that you inspect under the SCAP are violation-free?
Violation-free?
Yeah, you inspect them and you find no violations to cite. Because I'm trying to get a sense of, how that average works.
Yeah, it's a very small number. I'd say under 10%.
Under 10% of the units you inspect are free of violations.
Of none violations at all. That's correct. Approximately.
Wow. Well, thank you. That's interesting. I'm not sure if we need to pursue this for the budget right now, but it's certainly a very sobering set of statistics, to be sure. Okay. Anything further on housing?
No.
Okay, moving on to item number 8.